So, what is a church if not a holder of stories, a teller of stories? From biblical stories to stories of the cosmos and evolution, we are story holders, storytellers, and story receivers. For we know that a person's story is their life, a life that deserves to be witnessed, honored, and heard. So too, what is a church if not a sacred place for ritual? A place set apart from the world where ritual can occur in safety, held in love and community, and blessed by the witnessing that occurs. What is a church if not a place of refuge? A place of sanctuary where all people are welcome and held safe. And all people are free to be who they really are and celebrated for that. A container for stories, for the holding and sharing of stories, a place of ritual held in love and community, a place of refuge for all people to come when they are in need of connection, healing, and compassion. What is a church if not these things? As we create this ritual together, and we're going to be asking you all to participate from your homes, and as we hear the names of the 34 transgender or gender nonconforming people who were fatally shot or killed by other violent means so far this year in our country, let us remember that these names, these people, had stories and lives, and that their stories, like ours, are full of other people, full of hopes, disappointments, and dreams. Too often these stories go unreported or misreported. The story of Dustin McAllister, killed on New Year's Day, 2020, in Oklahoma, leaving behind his wife and 4 children. The story of Lexi, loved by many, Lexi who loved poetry, makeup, and fashion, who was stabbed to death in Harlem River Park in New York. Or Brayla Stone of Akron, Ohio, a black transgender 17-year-old girl who had a whole life ahead of her. We gather today as a church made up not of the building, but of the people, to hear these names, and in so doing to hold their stories and bear witness. Because we choose to not be complicit in silence. You will also find these names hanging on a sign on the front doors of our sanctuary on Pleasant Street. And I invite you to stop by the church, to stop by and walk up to those doors, to offer witness and prayers. And maybe even as we did 2 years ago, choose one of those names to carry with you in your thoughts and your hearts and in memory on Thanksgiving Day. May we hold these stories and names well and with love and respect.